SEO Reseller Services. So you're looking to get support for your digital agency and expand your capacity by using an SEO reseller partner. What do you give up to them though? How do you integrate your business into their business, and what things should you really protect inside your own digital agency? That's what we're covering in today's video. Hi, I'm Damien Patworth from Globotel, and today I'm coming to you from down under. At Globotel, we're here to help you design your digital agency so that it delivers. And when we say deliver, we don't just mean deliver services for your clients, we mean deliver real business outcomes for you, the business owner. Because let's face it, that's what we're here for in business, to create an income that we desire and the lifestyle we desire. In this video, we're going to look at SEO Reseller Services. They're a great way to expand your capacity for serving clients, a great way to build and extend your team, but there are certain tricks with integrating an SEO reseller service in your business, and also there are some things that you definitely should protect and maintain within your digital agency and ensure you maintain ownership and control of these things. That's what we're covering today. If you're a digital agency owner here on YouTube looking for tips and ideas on how to create the most amazing digital agency ever, subscribe to our channel Globotel TV. We're dropping videos every single Monday purely to help you create a better digital agency. Now to our video. SEO Reseller Services. It's actually pretty easy to integrate them into your digital agency in a highly effective manner. And it all comes down to the approach you have. Don't approach the interaction with an SEO reseller service don't treat them as a supplier, treat them as an extension to your team. If you have the approach of these guys are going to come in and extend the capacity of my team, and then you integrate them into your team as if they're a team member, you'll have a really good outcome. So what does this mean? This means simply that if you're going to employ someone, you're going to go and do a whole bunch of things as part of the recruitment and the employment of that person. Do the same things when you're hiring an SEO reseller provider. So that includes, have a position description, so they're very, very clear on the role that you want them to take in the business. Have KPIs maybe. Reporting structure is super, super important. Have a proper reporting structure so they know who they're reporting to, just as you would with a team member. And of course, do semi-regular evaluations. You wouldn't let an employee go for 3 years without a proper annual review or a biannual review. Do the same with your SEO reseller service provider. That's how you get a good outcome by using outsourcing services within your business. Okay, so that being said, we also have to acknowledge that an SEO reseller is not actually part of your team. They're a business in their own right. So with that in mind, there are certainly things that we need to protect in our digital agency to ensure that we're being responsible for our clients and for the integrity of our business for the long term. So here are 5 things that you really need to protect in your digital agency when you employ an SEO reseller to help you with service fulfillment. So the first thing absolutely is your client list. This is super, super important. In the course of your interactions with an SEO reseller, you're going to have to give up some details about your clients. There's no way around it. You're going to have to share with them which website you're doing SEO on, so they'll know who your client is. There are things you can do to help protect your client list though. And the first thing obviously is getting the correct legals in place around confidentiality. The second thing is you really, really need to do some background research on the SEO reseller you're using and make sure that they're not part of a digital agency, they're not part of an agency selling direct, and they're not associated with an agency that sells direct. If they're selling direct, if they're selling SEO direct to market, they're not really a wholesale provider. They're giving some white label services on the side of a retail business. But what that means is they're actually in competition with you. They're competing with you for the same business. So why would you share client information with a company that's competing with you trying to get the same business as you? It doesn't make sense. So protect your client information. Don't use an SEO reseller that is also selling direct in competition with you. That's point number 1. Okay, the second thing that you need to protect within your digital agency when you employ an SEO reseller service are your client relationships. Never ever give up client relationships and client communication to an organization outside yours. And the simple reason for this is in commerce, engagements and relationships start and finish. So it's likely at some point along the path that you're going to end a relationship with an SEO reseller service provider and go to a new one or bring everything in-house. In that scenario, you want to be comfortable that your relationships with your clients are strong enough that there's going to be no loss of clients. There's going to be no diminishing of your business asset, the value of your business asset, because you've made an internal transition. I see quite frequently agencies come to us at Globotel and ask us to communicate directly with their clients. We always push that back to the agency and say, no, this is your relationship. You really need to be the go-between. At the end of the day, all you have with a client, the only loyalty your client will give you is the value of your relationship with them. So always maintain relationships, always be the communicator with your clients. It's one of the key things that will protect your business no matter what happens in the future. That's point number 2. Okay, the third thing you need to take full responsibility for within your agency and never abdicate this responsibility is protection of your clients' brands. So quite often when we outsource stuff, most SEO reseller organizations are based in places where the socio-economic conditions and climate are very, very different to what we have. So what this means is quite often the people that we give our throughput work to don't actually understand the importance of brand and what customers of your customers are looking for when they see a website or SEO results, that type of thing. So what this basically means is when you integrate an SEO reseller service into your business, don't give up responsibility for outcomes, don't give up responsibility for quality checks and quality control of the end product. Make sure you have all that in place so that in your heart, 100% of the time, you know that the end product delivered to your clients is going to be spot on, which will give them the confidence and then the results so that their brands are never really impacted by different expectations, different visions of what the world looks like and all that kind of stuff. So maintain ownership for end product quality. All right, number 4, outcomes, marketing outcomes. Quite often when we shift work to an outsourced company or a third party, what we're doing is actually shifting a piece of the puzzle. For example, if we're talking about web design, we might shift coding out to a specific person on the subcontinent. The outcome of the nice design, brand-friendly website we need to hold in our digital agency. We are always responsible for outcomes, for all the pieces coming together and the result being delivered. Never enter an arrangement with an SEO reseller where it's a set and leave. You look after all the SEO and I'm just going to assume the results are going to happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen. And when it doesn't happen, you still have your contract with your client. You're still responsible for that. So maintain full responsibility and protect that responsibility of outcomes within your agency, and make sure you have the checks and balances to ensure those outcomes are met that you promise your clients. And if they're not being met, make decisions around that. And the final thing you need to protect within your digital agency before you enter any kind of arrangement with any third party, any supplier, whether it's an SEO reseller supplier or someone else, is flexibility to make future decisions in your business. Just ensure that contractually and operationally, you're not putting yourself into such a rigid structure that if you want to make a decision down the track to part ways and go in a different direction, that you can't get out of what's been set up. Always maintain that right to make decisions in your business that are commercially optimal, and a supplier doesn't put you in a situation where you can't take that action. If this video made good sense to you and helped you form your thoughts on expanding your team using an outsource or an SEO reseller service provider, don't forget to like the video. Share it if you have digital agency owners who might like to have a look also for their business success. And if you're looking for more information on this, don't forget to subscribe up above. As I said, we're coming to you every Monday. If you've got any questions really specific to your agency around using an SEO reseller, put the questions in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you and answer all the questions. If you're watching this video because in your digital agency you're looking for ways to scale, you're at that stage, I'll put a link in the description to an amazing 30-day course that we've got called the 30-day Kickstart course. It looks at quick fire ways to transition leads into sales and then organize all the work so it creates momentum rather than get you trapped in the work. So you've got this ongoing cycle of increasing momentum. But that's it for me from now. I hope you enjoyed the video on how to integrate your digital agency with an SEO reseller service provider and the 5 things that you must keep in your digital agency. I'll see you next week.